Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing my video, you're welcome. In my last video, I posted the drafting and cutting of this beautiful style you are seeing on the screen. If you have not seen the cutting part, please make sure you click the link on my description box. It will take you to the cutting tutorial. On today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how I couple all the pieces together. Make sure you watch till the end and don't skip any part of this video so that you won't miss any important tip. At the end of this tutorial, if you find my video helpful, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, I will be working on the lower part first and I'll be starting with the slit part. This is the pattern I cut out on my last video, so I will notch where the slit opening will stop. I will also notch the center of this one that I will be placing on the center of the main fabric. After notching it, I will also notch the middle of the main fabric the way you see me doing. So before I place the sequence on the fabric, I'll first of all iron my cloth gum on it. Please use black cloth gum or stay because this material is stretchy, so if you don't iron cloth gum, it will stretch when you are sewing it. So I'm gonna head to iron it. After ironing my interface on it, I'll place two hemming gum on the center front where I notch. Can you see what I'm doing there? You can use another method to do this. I'm just showing you my own method. So after doing that, I'll place it notch to notch. You make sure that the one you notch on the sequence is meeting the one you notch on the main fabric. After that, I'll be folding the ½ inch I added round. You fold it and use your hot iron to press it down. The reason I'm folding the ½ inch this way is because I'm going to top stitching on it. So after ironing it, I'll go to my sewing machine and stitch it down. So this is what I have when I was done stitching it down. Can you see that? The next thing is to slash the slit opening on the center front. I will fold the fabric into two. Make sure that you fold it properly. After folding it, I will iron it down. The reason why I notch the two center front is that when I'm ironing it, I will know where the middle point is. So after ironing it down, I'll bring my pattern paper. I want to mark where my slit will stop. From your pattern paper, you can just measure the length of what you have there so that you can slash it up to that point. For me, I'll just mark it. I'll use my fabric chalk to indicate it on my fabric. So I will slash it up to that point that I marked. After slashing it open, this is what I have. It's very important to watch the cutting part so that you can understand what I'm doing here. So I will also slash the center front of my lining open. I will fold it into two and repeat the same thing I did on the main fabric. After that, I'll be reducing my lining by 1 inch. So I've marked the 1 inch already. I'll cut it out. After cutting it out, this is what you have. Can you see the slit opening? So the next thing I'll be doing now is to use the lining to turn the hem of the fabric. I'll place the lining and the main fabric right side facing each other. I'll make sure that the both hem is matching. After that, I will pin it down and I'll go to my sewing machine and sew with ½ inch. Can you see I've sewn it already? I'll remove my pins now. After removing the pins, I will drag the lining to meet where the slit opening stop. This is because I reduced my lining by 1 inch so that it will have a nice folding at the hem. Make sure you drag the lining to meet where the slit opening stop. So can you see what I'm doing there? I'll also do the same thing on the other side. After that, I'll use my pin to hold it down. After arranging the lining properly, I'll be sewing with ½ inch, so I'll mark it this way. This is how I'm going to be sewing it. Can you see what I'm doing there? So I'll go to my sewing machine now and sew it. I'll come back and show you. So when I was sewing it, I put my hemming gum on it. Can you see? Please, you will notch this center point. Notch it so that when you turn it to the right side, it can relax very well. After that, I will trim off the excess sewing allowance and I will turn it to the right side. The reason why I use hemming gum is that when I iron it, it will stick together and it will stay in place. So can you see I've turned it to the right side now? As you can see, it's laying flat, so I will use my hot iron to press it down. This is what I have when I was done pressing it down. Can you see the neat finishing there? It really came out so nice. The next thing is to stitch the both side down. I'm doing a hip pattern on this dress, so if you are not doing a hip pattern, you can just turn the side, turn it the way you normally turn the side of your dress, so that you can achieve a neat finishing on the side. For me, I'll be using another lining because of the hip pattern. I need to cover the foam for the pattern. So can you see I've gone ahead to iron my interface and my breast pad on my main fabric and also on the lining. I have a tutorial on how to do all that. You can check it on my channel. The next thing I did is to join the cups together and the lining. Can you see what I have there? So I want to cut the band that is on the neckline now. So I'll place my sequence the way you see me doing, and I will trace it out. You can use another method to do this. So I will place it like so, and I will trace it out from the armhole. Just watch what I'm doing, you get it right. After cutting it out, I will remove the postier and I will measure the length that I want for the band. I use 2 inches for the length. I want the length of the band to be 1 inch after sewing it, so I'll use half inch to sew it. So this is how I will be placing it. Before I place it, I will iron my cloth gum on it, iron interface on it to stabilize it. After that, I'll go ahead and fold it in. I have folded the half inch this way. I use my hemming gum to fold the half inch. Can you see what I have? So I'll measure what I have left. I have 1.5 inches. After attaching it on the neck, I will have 1 inch left. So I'll place it like so, and I will go and stitch it down on the neckline. I'll first of all use my pin to hold it down. So after pinning it down and arranging it properly, I will now top stitch it at the edge here, and on the neckline I will sew with half inch. After sewing it, I will be sewing my yoke on it. Remember, I cut a single yoke. I did not make my yoke double, it's single. So I'll be placing a band on the armhole area. So I cut the width of 2 inches for my band. So I'll be tracing it out the way you see me do it. Make sure you pin it down before trimming it out. This band will be on the 2 sides of the armhole, so I will do the same thing on the other armhole. After that, I will still iron my cloth gum on it. I'll iron my cloth gum and I will fold in half inch that I'll be using to top stitch on it. So I will unpin it now so that I can iron my cloth gum stay on it. So after that, I'll fold half inch this way. So I've gone ahead to fold the half inch in with my hemming gum. I will stitch it down on the both sides like this. After doing it on this part, I will repeat the same thing on this side too. So I'll be doing that later. For the other yoke, I will still iron my cloth gum stay on it. Can you see the yoke we cut out on our last tutorial? This half inch I added on this part, I'll be folding it in. After ironing my cloth gum stay on it, the next thing I will do is to fold the half inch like so, fold it in. So I will be doing that off camera. If you are watched up to this length and you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly hit the subscribe button to support my channel. Please, when you are sewing your sequence on the skein net, make sure you use this invisible thread. If you don't have an invisible thread, make sure you use the matching color of the nude net you are working with. After attaching the sequence on the skein net, the next thing is to join it on the main fabric. So I will pin it down this way and I will go and sew with half inch. So after sewing it, I'll come back and show you. This is what I have when I was done sewing it. Can you see it's coming out already? So the next thing now is to cut out the band on the waistline. So I'll be cutting out 1.5 inches for the band. The band supposed to be 2 inches, but I use 1.5 inch because of joining allowance. So if you have another method you can use to cut the band, you can go ahead and use it. This is my own method. I'm not going to be cutting it out on the lining. I don't want the lining to have joining on the waistline, so I'll also repeat the same thing on the back part. I've gone ahead to cut it out. Can you see? I use what I cut out on the main fabric and placed on my sequence. I added half-inch sewing allowance round. So this is what I have for my back part. So I'll use this front band to show you how I added the sewing allowance. This is my front band. I cut out 1.5 inches, so I added half-inch on the upper and the lower part for joining. Can you see? I also cut out the main fabric. I want to place the sequence on it. If you like, you can join the sequence direct, but for me, I place the sequence on the main fabric to give it more structure. So I want to join the front band, so I will fold it into two and I will notch the midpoint. I will also notch the midpoint of this one. After that, I will place the band and the make fabric notch to notch, and I'll go ahead and join it together. I've gone ahead to join it already. I also done the same thing on the back part. So the next thing I will do now is to use the lining to turn the main fabric. As you can see, I've used the lining to turn the main fabric. I've also done the same thing on the back part. So the next thing now is to attach the second yoke. I've folded it round with half-inch the way you are seeing on this video. I used hemming gum to fold it. So the next thing now is to place the sequence right side facing the wrong side of the main fabric. I want to use it to turn the neckline of the skin net. So I'll pin it round the way you see me doing. After pinning it round, I'll go to my sewing machine and sew it with half-inch. So I've sewn it already. Can you see what I have? So the next thing now is to remove my pins. After removing my pins, I will notch it round and I'll trim off the excess sewing allowance. Trim it off so that when you turn it, it will lay flat. So after trimming it, I will turn it to the right side the way you see me doing. Make sure you arrange it properly. As I'm arranging it, I will be pinning it down so that it will relax very well. I want it to stay on the middle point. So when you are cutting your own yoke, you can extend the length of the sequence to the waistline so that when you place your band, it will enter. For me, I made it to stop at the under bust. This is because I was scared that my sequence will not be enough. When you are cutting your, you can make it to stop at the waistline. So after placing it and arranging it properly, I will stitch it at the edge this way. You can place your hemming gum to secure it, but for me, I want to be sewing it down. That's why I use my pin to hold it very well before I start stitching. Alright, after stitching it down, this is what I have. Can you see? It came out the way I wanted it. Please stitch at the tip. So I'll go ahead and remove my pins now. After removing my pin, I will iron it. I want all this hemming gum that I used to turn the neckline and to fold the half-inch to disappear. So I will take my time to iron it. When you want to iron it, just use a piece of fabric, sprinkle water on it and place the piece of fabric on your net so that it will not burn. Use a steam iron. So after ironing it, you will see that the hemming gum will disappear. Iron it so that your work will not look rough. Can you see? It's looking very neat now. I made this dress for my client. She wanted a different sleeve for her own. I'll be recreating this style for myself and I will be making the double sleeve. On the thumbnail, make sure you subscribe to my channel so that when I post the sleeve part, you get notified. So I'll go ahead and join the back part. I've already joined it to the down part. I use a hip padding on this dress, so that's why I join it this way. I'll be piping the joining on the waistline, or you can just weave it with matching color of the lining. After that, I'll go ahead now and fix my zipper. I joined the front and back and left the zipper allowance open, so I'll fix my zipper now. This is the outcome of the dress. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button to support my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.